Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, heroes in a half shell, turtle power. What's going on, guys? I'm Avionics. Welcome back to my channel. If you're a newcomer, please consider subscribing, as I do put out quite a few videos throughout the month. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Turtles in Disguise toy set. This is a 4-figure pack of our favorite heroes in a half shell, packed with a bunch of accessories. Now, fortunately, I was able to get this for the retail price of $125 thanks to my friend in Colorado, who found a local seller who hunts and sells hard to find gems like this at retail cost, and then rather than scalping prices, he wants to help people, so he will sell them at retail price for all the toys that he finds that people are looking for. The guy is a total saint, and once again, big thanks to my friend Rob in Colorado for getting it for me and shipping it to me. So this set was released to the public this past spring as a Target exclusive. So if you're lucky enough to be able to find one still on today on the shelves, you better snag it up. Scalpers are selling these on eBay and Mercari from anywhere around $200 to as much as $300 from what I've seen. So what this basically is the same original NECA cartoon TMNT figure releases with the same weapons, but with interchangeable heads and facial expressions and a ton more of accessories. I actually missed the first figures released from the NECA cartoon TMNT line, so this is basically a 2-in-1 for me. You get everything all in one go. First of all, let's go ahead and take a quick look at the packaging. This is a long box. I've already taken the liberty of removing all of the figures, but it has an opening panel here where you can see everything in the window. And if you don't have a NECA Street diorama like I do, here sitting in the back, you can actually probably cut the box up a little. As you can see, you do have like a crosswalk here. You can use parts of this box as a diorama. If you turn it upside down, you can see there crosswalk lines and the windows. So you could actually use this, probably cut this little window out and then cut this piece off to sit over here, because sitting like this, it's actually upside down unless the inside does remove to be able to flip around. Oh, it does. So you could actually just remove this, flip it around, cut the window out, and you have a diorama. So with it open like this, you do see some references to a lot of other characters in the cartoon line. You have flyers, feathers, probably from the Ace Duck character. This looks like a broken communicator of some sort. You have some comics here, Bugman, Midnight Avenger, and looks like radioactive. The ooze. You got some ninja stars and some boot tracks and some looks like footprints of a monster right there. So these are all references to some other characters. Here it looks like Baxter Stockman's creeping in the window. You have Rocksteady on a wanted poster. You got Shrika right there. On this side, you have, I'm not sure who that is. It looks like there's some graffiti art here, and I forgot what the name of that character is. Looks like there's a Casey Jones hockey stick right there. Then on the back here, you have some samples of how the figures look and what all they come with. Now, the really cool thing about these turtles is, compared to the original release, is their head tops and bottoms are interchangeable. So you can actually change out the expressions of their faces. We're going to get into that here in a little bit. But yeah, here's some more sample photos. Alright, so without further ado, let's bring out the turtles and everything else. So being that these are my first cartoon Ninja Turtles to get my hands on, they're kind of hard to stand up. So if you have, they are back heavy because of their shells. So if you do have the peg stands for their feet, I suggest you use them if you're trying to pose them up. You kind of already get to stand up already a little bit. I kind of already have them set. But yeah, so these are your turtles. Obviously they come with all 4 hats. Right here, Raph is holding his. All right, they all have removable, these are all removable clothing, which is really, really cool. That way you can go back and forth between having them clothed. So let's go ahead and strip Donatello down. So the easiest way I found when taking off their clothes or putting them back on is have their arms straight up like this and then basically pull their sleeves up. That's the easiest way I found on how to remove it and actually put them back on. And if you can, if you want to, you could actually remove their heads too. That might help, because these are, like I said, the heads are removable, so you can interchange all the different expressions. So there's Donatello. He's free from his trench coat. All right, let's go ahead and de-pants him. But this is what he looks like with the trench coat off. The pants, they actually had out of the packaging, they had the pants in between right here and his shell. And here on Donatello, he has his bow staff holster in his belt. Let's go ahead and take off the pants. Now the pants do have an elastic band around the waist so they don't fall off. And the easiest way I found out is point the toes down and then pull the pant legs. The pant legs are then easier to remove. All right, there we go. So these, like I said, these are all the actual first release turtles, but with better heads and faces, which is extra awesome. Now, if you haven't already noticed, you can see that everything has like black lines on it. They did that on purpose to make it look like and resemble animation cell work with all the cartoon line work, which adds to the nice appealing aesthetic of these turtles and everything else in this line. So that's pretty cool. I like that. So like I said, here's Donatello. They all come with 4 hats. 4 of these hats, these fedora hats. So if you're getting your hands on these figures for the very first time, let's take a look at the articulation together. So the heads rotate around 360 degrees. Look up, look down. Shoulders, they don't really span out. They more or less just go up and down. You can't swing them in, but the biceps do rotate. And then these, as with all other NECA figures, the joints are really stiff, so I would run them under hot water when removing like the interchangeable pieces or even the joints, as to not risk breaking them. I haven't seen any of my NECA figures break yet, but it's always good practice to just run the joints under hot water. So yes, the you have bicep swivel, you have elbow. The elbow is a single joint. There's the forearm rotate. Forearm does rotate, and then the hands rotate and also come off. And then let's see, we got a little bit of twisting action going on. Now the shell and I guess you call it the chest and abdomen piece. These are of a soft, flexible plastic. I don't believe this is rubber. I believe this is like a TPU kind of soft plastic. So he does twist, does bend forward, and not so much backwards. The legs, they do rotate at the pelvic ball joint. Goes up for some kicks. Yeah. Goes back, and then the knees are double jointed though. So as you can see here, the purple, the colored bandanas around their knees, it's actually a separate piece, but it doesn't come off. You wouldn't want to take them off anyways. But yes, they are double jointed at the knee. And then the feet, it does do a little rotating, and they do bend forward and bend backward. So that's articulation of, like I said, these are original turtles but with removable heads. So let's go ahead and remove his head. There you have the ball joint. And now these, I'm going to take Raphael's side here. Now this is one of the special features of this line. is if you take a look at underneath here, you have the socket where the ball goes. You can pop the top off, and now you can actually mix and match their expressions. So like, let's take off Raphael's head here. He's got the just a regular little grin with mean looking eyes. We're gonna swap them around with Donatello. So now we're gonna take Raphael's mean eyes and Donatello's open mouth. Now if you take a closer look, it has these little tabs where they would go into the groove here. So you just simply pop them in there, and they're a snug fit, so they're not gonna fall out. They're not gonna just fall out. Also, the bandanas do articulate as well, which is pretty cool. So now we have a different face on Raph. And then let's go ahead and put Donatello with his face. All right, and there you go. All right, as far as the weapons, obviously here are Raphael's sais. Here are Leonardo's katana blades. Now, I really like Michelangelo's nunchucks because they actually have a real chain here, so you can just like, and then Donatello's bow staff, which is actually, you can detach them to become two pieces. You can use it as like two different weapons. I don't like how they did like a 60-40 split though. They could have just did it right, 50-50 split, so that way when he's holding them, he has two even sized bow staff sticks. But oh well, it is what it is. All right, so here are the extra. Each one comes with an extra head. So basically, each figure has happy-looking eyes, and then they have angry-looking eyes. So let's see here. We got Leonardo's angry-looking eyes, and basically, they have. There's 4 closed mouths, closed lip mouths, and then 4 open mouths. So as you can see here, some of the closed mouths are a little, actually about, I think they're all about the same. Have this like little grin going on. Actually, if you take a look at Leonardo here, you have this closed mouth expression and then more of a tight-lipped expression. So you can get really creative with the figures. I think that's the most beneficial feature of this 4-pack is the removable heads and head tops with their, you can interchange their eyes. So there's that. And then it also comes with 4 of these bald-headed, chubby-cheeked Uncle Fester looking faces. They're basically like masks that they're wearing in the cartoon. Now, let's see, you have 2 with that expression, and then you have 2 with this just like blank expression, like that. This one's the blank expression one. So basically you would remove their head and then pop this into the ball joint. And then we have pizza. We have a pepperoni anchovy with ice cream pizza. Now this is made of that same soft, flexible plastic like their shells and their chest pieces. So you have one pizza, and then you have another pizza. There's the regular looking cheese pizza, but this one actually comes on a dish, a pizza dish. So, and then also, I think Michelangelo still has it in his pocket, tucked away. But they do include a one slicer that you could actually put in their hand, which is pretty cool. So there's that. And then they have one skateboard here, and the wheels do roll a little bit, I guess. Some are tighter than others, but they are supposed to roll. So here's the top side of the skateboard. And nothing on the bottom, just a plain blue. We have a ghetto blaster. Now, all these pieces do still contain some of the black line work. This is just a solid plastic piece here. Also included is one baseball style cap that says weird on the front. So you can just pop that on a head. It'll work on either the masked head or the turtle head, like that. Also included is the book titled The Hare and the Tortoise, not The Tortoise and the Hare. So it looks like it's like a real book with pages, but it doesn't actually open up. It's got a binding, and then on the back you have a tortoise with a trophy. And then you have this pigeon bird with a green bandana on it. So they all come with, out of the box, they have the hand grips where they're holding their weapons, but they also come with a bunch of other hands. So all together you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 pairs of hands. This one is more of it's kind of like a trigger finger kind of a grip, but obviously the turtles don't come with guns. But if you were to put a gun in their hand, I don't think you'll really be able to put something in this hand. It's just more for a hand gesture. So there's a set of that one. There's actually 2 sets of those. This one here, we have one pair where basically they're pointing out their index finger. Or I guess, would that be their index finger? Or the middle finger? Who knows? But they're pointing a finger out like they're pointing at something, which is pretty cool. You can probably kind of fit a weapon in here. Let's try fitting a sword so they can point and hold a weapon at the same time. Somewhat. So here's Leonardo's blade, and he's pointing and holding. So yeah, I guess you could. If you're trying to flex the finger around, like I said, oh, there we go. We were able to do it pretty easily. So yeah, you might want to run it under some hot water, or if it's pretty flexible, you can go ahead and just pop it in just like that. And then we have one pair where basically these are Raphael's hands that you would use when holding a sai. So basically when he has the main sai blade sitting in between the 2 fingers, because you know how sometimes Raphael holds his sai just like that. That's pretty cool. We have 4 sets of just open palm, fingers out, hand gestures. So that's the palm side, and then the back side of the hands. And there you guys have it, a Turtles in Disguise 4-pack from NECA, a Target exclusive. If you can find it, snag it up, because you will be paying premium if you find them anywhere else. If you guys enjoyed watching this video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit that like button, leave any comments or questions down below, and please don't forget to hit that subscribe button over there, and ring that bell for more notifications of future figure videos like this. Alright guys, see you next time.